Welcome to This Week This Morning, the weekly video that gets you up to speed on the week's most important developments for your business and your taxes. Joe Biden just released his $1.9 trillion economic stimulus proposal yesterday. Given that he will be inaugurated next week and will inherit a Democrat-controlled House and Senate, the core of this plan is likely to become a bill. So let's dive into Biden's stimulus package for the items that impact your business and your taxes. Number one, $1,400 stimulus checks. This is how Biden is delivering on his promise of $2,000 stimulus checks, since taxpayers received $600 recently under the Consolidated Appropriations Act. This wasn't a surprise to anyone other than AOC, but what was surprising, however, is that he also wants an additional $1,400 per dependent, and that includes all dependents regardless of age. So a family of 5 who also supports a grandparent could thus receive $11,400 on the combined stimulus payments, in addition to the $2,400 that they would have received back in middle of 2020. Number two, federal unemployment benefits would be increased to $400 per week through September. So as a reminder, that's an additional $400 per week beyond what the state pays. This would likely be retroactive to the date at which the additional $300 per week kicked in. Number three, the child tax credit would be increased from $2,000 to $3,000 per child and $3,600 per child under the age of 6. And the credit would be refundable, which it currently isn't. When a credit is refundable, it means that it can generate a tax refund even if there is no tax offset. Number four, the federal minimum wage would be increased to $15 an hour. And number five, it would extend the eviction and foreclosure moratoriums until the end of September. It appears the projection that Biden is making here is that the economic fallout from the pandemic will begin to reverse its course before the end of September, as this is when a number of the proposed relief measures would expire. Moving on, and this one is for business owners, the SBA has opened its window this morning to processing PPP Round 2 loan applications for 5,000 banks and fintechs. If your bank isn't one of these banks, you'll be able to apply at some point next week. Unlike Round 1, I wouldn't worry about the funding running out, as many businesses that were eligible last time are no longer eligible, and the projections by the leading experts find the current appropriations to be sufficient to fund all PPP Round 2 loans. However, if you run a payroll for more than just yourself, you need to get in touch with your CPA to create a game plan for maximizing your employee retention tax credits and PPP loan forgiveness. Not all businesses that qualify for PPP Round 2 will also qualify for the ERC, but you need to make sure you know one way or the other. And as a parting note, I wouldn't get too worried about Biden's tax plan being implemented for tax year 2021. The economy is too fragile and the legal process too arduous, taking into consideration all that lies ahead of Congress this year to work through for it to happen this year. No guarantees here, just an educated guess. See you next week.